Pop my shit. Okay. Sucker shit only look like real shit to a sucker. Yeah. Them niggas talking down on the guys, we make them suffer. Facts.
So it's the Closest Plug podcast. I know the hottest of the hottest joints. And today is no different. It's a special occasion Well, anyway, we got one of the hottest from Far Rockaway. He repping New York. You know what I'm saying? Like, I miss New York. So I'm excited for this convo. And he hot artist. Like, his freestyles are crazy. His songs are crazy. The videos are crazy. You know, and crazy in a good way. But anyway, you can check out all my interviews on my page. Subscribe, like. You definitely don't want to miss it. So stay tuned. But yo, we got King Street. Yo, what's up? What's up? How you doing?
Yo, what's up? Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Of course, yo, I had to get you on, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to H General again for setting up another interview.
Definitely my man Ace, for sure.
Where he be hooking people up, bro.
That's my boss. Good guy.
Yes. So first off, you know, this is gonna be uploaded. Oh snap! No, this is gonna be uploaded after Father's Day. So happy late Father's Day, because I know you're a father. So I wanted to just get that out there and say that.
Thank you.
Yeah, so speak on fatherhood real quick. Like, how has that, changed you, better you as a person? And, would you change being a father?
A lot changed to be a father. You can't make certain mistakes you made, before you had kids as a father. You know what I'm saying? To make you go harder on your grind or whatever you do. Me personally, I'm doing music, so it makes me go, a little bit extreme. And it's just a blessing, to be around your kids, especially when you're around your kids every day. You know what I mean? I'm not the guy that comes get them on the weekend or, no knock to them, because any way to be in your kid life. But if your life being your kid life, as long as you get God. But I'm the hands-on every day, father. So it's a blessing, man. The kids is a blessing. You get to watch them grow into a different person every couple months, years. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a blessing. My kids they crazy, they fun. So it's all good.
It definitely is. And, it's amazing to even hear you say that you're a hands-on father, especially as an African-American, male. So, congrats to that. And yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I think women gotta give props to guys, if you're doing good, you're doing good. If you're not, you're not. That's how I am. Anyway, you know what I'm saying?
Time is everything. The money is not everything, but the kids is extra, it's a blessing. Especially when you get, you got kids that's a little older, and then they ask for certain things. So it's a good thing to not, you know what I mean? You can tell them, spoil you them a little bit like that. But the more important thing is time. Like, the time to taking your kid to school, picking them up, or after school being able to store, or just that little time to park like that. So I don't want people, like, we live in a time where I see it a lot on social media, where it's just like money. Like,
right.
Things with my kids that's priceless. Like, they don't even, it ain't about no money. So that's just that. So
Yes. I could go on and on, like I said before we started this convo about kids, but I definitely, I have a great respect for guys who are doing the right thing in life, and especially when it comes to fatherhood. So, where I just have to say that, you know what I'm saying? And anybody watching us a good father, who's
salute all the good fathers, man. Everybody.
You know what I'm saying? Well, yes, everybody, but at the same time, those who's making an effort.
Everybody, whether you getting, I don't know everybody's
situation. Yeah.
I don't put no knock on, the kid, the guys that got to get their kids on the weekend. I don't, everybody. However, you got to spend your time with them. As long as you spend your time and do what you got to do, and happy Father's Day to you, man.
Right. Well, he said it best, because I was getting into that. I was like, as long as you're making an effort, you in your children's life, however it go, as long as you there, happy Father's Day. You know what I'm saying? Yes, yes. Word. All right, so let's start off with obviously the obvious. Your album is fire. I heard the first one. Crap. I heard the first one. I don't even know the name of it, my bad. But I heard the first one and you had Roddy Rebel on it. So speak on collabing with him and how did that vibe go? Cause he's like, animated. You know what I'm saying? He reminds me of Busta Rhymes a little bit. But speak on like that energy and creating that record with him.
Right. But on the level of creating music, I got that in me as well, but I feel like when it comes to music, I'll be more like locked in. So I don't really get to be who I want to be sometimes. But kind of match because the hunger is there. But shout out to Rowdy, man. He's one of the guys who, embraced me, when they were up and when they got to where they at now. Like, you know what I'm saying, before they got locked up, when they was at the height of their career.
Left her at my past, I did 220 on his dime. Caught him snitching here.
He showed me, like, him and Bobby showed me extra love. You feel what I'm saying? So they always get that love and respect and loyalty from me. You know what I'm saying? So,
Right.
We just street guys that, we real recognize real when they see they hear the music, they heard the music, they know, what I'm saying? And we know each other personally. And you know what I'm saying? So, locking in with them, even, sometimes I go and just be around, so some sessions I was just with him, just sitting in a session. I might just go to listen to his music. We don't make music. You know what I mean? Like, that's how much I rock with him. But
right.
Good time we get the chance to make a song. We got 2 songs. Any given time we get a chance to make a song, it's up. You know what I'm saying? But those are good guys. I'm happy they home and in the space they in. And and we about to make a movie in a minute too that we can't speak about. What is happening?
Yeah, exclusive. We're about to make a movie that, saying is is in the works, would you say?
Yeah, it's in the works.
Right. And definitely, it's good to have them home and anybody that's out of jail.
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
What I'm saying?
We don't
Especially if you're black.
We don't wish jail on nobody.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Jail or death. I don't wish that on no one. So word. All right. So then speak on the beginning of like life. You know what I'm saying? Like, how did you get into music? And why did you pick being a rapper? Out of everything in life,
Like, I was one of them kids that was like good at everything. Like, whatever was going on, like, I could get good at it. So, even with like, younger playing ball, like I was doing that or anything that was going on. But as far as music is in the blood. Music comes from my house, every morning. My mom's playing music or something like that. Or, being around music outside, when the summer speakers out and, stuff like that. But music was always in the blood. But what made me want to rap is when I first ever heard Jadakiss, like, you know what I'm saying? And when I heard him, I'm like, damn, like, he different from everybody. Like, why he? Well, and then I kept on playing for the Money Power Respect album. That's where it all started. And then We Are the Streets, stuff like that. And, like, my name comes from that album. Like, my name comes from 2 things. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the Streets part, it comes from the We Are the Streets album. And it comes from organically, one of my homies, like, when we was younger, he used to be like, yo, you the street. Because I was, like, one of the youngest dudes, like, really outside. I was 8, 9 years old, like, outside of hanging around 14, 15-year-olds. All my older guys could vouch. But, that's where my name comes from. But, Jadakiss really, really, like, started me rapping. Like, if it wasn't for him, he never rapped, I don't think I would have rapped.
Wow, that's different. Word. I mean, I never expect you to say Jadakiss. I mean, nobody really says Jadakiss, but I like his music too, especially because he's, like you said, different. He got that deep raspy voice. So
when I first heard him, it never was like nothing over my head. It was straight to the point. It was stuff that I was going through. It was stuff that I seen every day, whether it was my household or in the street. So it was like, damn, really saying stuff that's I'm seeing and going through every day. Like,
right.
It was he caught my attention early. young age. Like, so it was like, so when I decided like I wanted to rap, I wanted to like, rap like that. But as I grew and got my own style and stuff like that, I just put it into my style in my own way. You know what I'm saying? So it won't be like a copy of him, but you will still kind of see like, oh, I could see that. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't nothing.
Right.
Any artist out there, it ain't if somebody's your favorite, it's never nothing wrong with if you like them a little bit because it rubs off on you when you're a fan, like especially a diehard fan. You know what I'm saying? So, but you get to grow and show your capability and your work. You know what I'm saying? And you
Right.
your sound and stuff like that. He definitely influenced the sound.
Never sign something for the business. If it comes down to it, gotta blow the witness.
Right. Nah, that's crazy. Do you ever get compared to Biggie? Because I kind of thought you were gonna say Biggie. I ain't gonna lie.
I think people say Biggie because like the weight, like I think like the rhyme. I don't think like the rhyme pattern or nothing like that. I don't think it comes from that. But I've never heard no Biggie stuff. People would just be like, "Oh, you putting on for the fat boys?" You know what I mean? Fat fly. People say that, but I don't get no Biggie comparisons.
Okay. All right, I feel you. So then, like, who did you grow up listening to besides Jadakiss?
DMX made me want to write music, like far as like talking about pain, like stuff that that we went through in life. When I first heard, like, it was just like when I first heard DMX, period, with "Get At Me Dog" and all that. I'm like, nah, boy, different. Like you could tell whatever he talking about, he's dead serious. Like word, like I heard "Slipping" and really changed everything about him to me. Like,
Dang,
he really a guy. But like I grew up listening to like Jadakiss, DMX, Fab, and now like like me, and, people like that. Busta Rhymes. I like like flows and lyrics, and especially number one for me is performance. Like I like to take from every artist like that I like. You know what I mean? So my wittiness, and, street stuff come from Kiss, and my animation and performance that come from Busta. You know what I mean? My punchlines, in a sense, would be like me growing up on Fab. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. You know what I mean? And the pain where I'm talking about struggle, or that comes from X. So it was like I got like a bit of everybody like in me when you hit.
That's awesome, and that's like I said, it's like really different. You don't hear people really bringing up DMX or rest in peace to him, but bringing up him. You know what I'm saying? Or even Busta. Like they don't give props to these people, or these guys, but like Fabs, he's a legend. Even though he didn't give his props, he's a legend.
About a helping hand. Damn, was it my fault? Something I did to make a father leave his first kid at 7 doing my
More than a friend of you now. When they ask, I mention my baby girl in the interviews now. And I don't bring the problems from the 90s and the 2000s.
With me just for the record, so instead I'ma let Mary J. Blige come and set it.
Now get low, Mary.
Maybe you can guess who it is. Mary J. Blige. I'm about to handle my business.
It was cool to see. You know what I'm saying? Like when people ask people they top 5, and they say the same names because it's
they
cool.
do. It's like Biggie,
it's like
Tupac.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You lying. Like, you know what I mean? Like people they get on platforms and they say the answer that's politically correct. Like, say how you feel. Like, I'm not gonna say nobody in my top 5 just because they died or anything like that. Like, no, I'm saying what influenced me. Like,
right, being real.
I think dope. I'm not saying they're not legends, they're not dope, or none of that. But it's like I'm talking about what made me want to rap and what influenced me. So
Right. So now people may not know, but you have worked with Jim Jones. You're on Gangsta Grills. You know what I'm saying? That DJ drama, Gangsta Grills with Jim Jones. And that album's a classic. I mean, Jim Jones is just a classic artist,
he up, man. He out here looking like he's 20 again. Shout out
I wouldn't say 20 again, but I feel like
he's still relevant. He's around more than the young artists, man.
Yeah, he's putting out music.
Whether I work with him or or not, like, you know what I mean, you gotta acknowledge
good contractor, nigga, all he wanna do is drill. He throw bullets like Tom Brady when he be running through the field.
Sitting in the trap, getting my cake back.
What the man is doing. Man is a workaholic. The man put that work in. The man is a hustler. You know what I'm saying? And we can't take that away. I don't care if you're not a fan or not. Like, that's like being in the street. You might not like that this person right here got this much money, but you got to respect how he getting there and respect how he get up every day and go get it. So you got to respect that. You know what I'm saying? So, but shout out to Cabo, man. He definitely giving out a lot of opportunity out here, especially for the New York City artists, stuff like that. Not himself, but other people. You know what I'm saying? So, but, you know, it's a blessing. Like, to work with him. He's a genius. He's a workaholic. And, you know what I mean? And, you know, he definitely, I learned a lot. I'm learning and learned a lot from him.
But then I mix it like the Pro Tools. I don't talk on social networks. You ain't supposed to. I know scammers that be networking off of social.
For sure.
Yes. I agree. You know, he definitely is supporting artists to the fullest, especially independent artists. And, you know, it was just good to hear like one song, Gangsta Grills, it was slow. Then another song you was on, it was like fast. You know what I mean? Like, so like, speak on just like, what's your preference? Do you like making, I guess, conscious music, or do you like making, you know, like radio hits or street vibes? You know what I mean?
It just really depends how I'm feeling. Like, if I'm personally writing for, you know, on my stuff, it really just depends on the mood I'm in. But
Okay.
you know, my lane, you know, if you want to say, you know, my lane is you know, I talk like, you know, to the streets and stuff like that. You know, I talk about what's going on every day. You know, I talk about what I saw in life. I talk about what I've been through in life. I talk about what I still see. You know what I'm saying? And I just give them reality like rap. Like, you know, I'm letting them know what's going on. Like, this is what's happening. Like, you know, so, you know.
Right. All right. And then speak on when you performed at the latest Underdog concert with Ace General. You know, you put the whole thing together. So speak on how that was for you, and, you know, was that inspiring, being like, obviously Hot 97 Summer Jam was held at MetLife too.
Right.
So.
But it was good. It was shout out to Ace, you know, for always putting on it. You know, he always reached out to me doing things, whether I could do it or not. He always just give me the opportunity to say, oh, I do it all. I can't take it. But it was it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It's, you know, it still shows the essence. Anything like dealing with the essence is, I'll be with it, because it still shows that hunger. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, yo, you with Jim Jones, you this, and damn, you could have did this, yo, that. But it's like, it gave me a different feel and chill performing in the parking lot of it, and organically having people around in a parking lot, and, you know, having people that don't know who I am from a hole in the wall to get to know, like, after, like, damn, yo, you nice, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Or there's people there that knew I was gonna be there that I didn't know, like, that was fans, and, yo, I just came here to see you perform. I'm like, oh, what? Like, so, but so still, you get to do stuff like that. It's like, it's, you know, it gives you a thrill, and it always bring you to always be humble, like, you know what I'm saying? Like
right. That. And it brings out that hunger, right?
Yeah, bring up definitely the hunger. So I could be doing that type of show one day, and then I get a call to come out and perform with Jim another day. You know what I'm saying? But it's the balance. So it still gives you that, you know what I mean? Be humble. It gives you the balance. You know what I'm saying? Performing in front of 50 people, 25 people, and then next time I could be performing in front of 5,000 people. So, you know what I'm saying? So I've been in the moments a lot. So, you know what I mean? It keeps me balanced.
And, you know, that's awesome, because I definitely appreciate, you know, those who are humble, but also, you know, I think it's important to, like, know who you are, but stay humble, you know what I'm saying? And always remember, like, where you come from, you know?
Right.
So, yes. So how has New York influenced you as a person? Like, you know what I mean? Like, coming just from Far Rockaway, how does that influence who you are as a person and an artist?
Well, you know, being from Far Rockaway, it gives you, you know, you grow up with a chip on your shoulder, because how separated we is from everything, you know? So it's like, we already got you know, a trip about the whole Far Rockaway, and you know what I mean, do they consider us queens and stuff like that. So with a trip already. So now when you get into music, it's even more of a trip because now we rooting. We not saying we not from Queens, but we in our own area which don't get spoke about. So we got to pick up and make and big up where we from. You know, but Far Rockaway big. The big is everything with me. You know what I'm saying? I walk, talk, breathe Far Rockaway. You know what I'm saying? Everything is Far Rockaway with me. No matter what I'm doing, it's Far Rockaway. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm just blessed even to be from here, man. I wouldn't want to be from nowhere else.
Hey, okay. I hear you, because I definitely be like, I'm from New York. I grew up in PA, but I'll be like, I'm from New York, you know what I mean? Because
right.
that's where I was born and I lived there,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So whatever. So that's awesome, so do you give back to like artists that's from Far Rockaway? You know what I'm saying? Like, do you give them opportunity? People coming up in Far Rock.
I give, when they want advice, some people are not, they not selfish to themselves. They're not scared and they pride of getting away. They reach out, give me advice. I just had a young lady from Far Rockaway reach out to me a couple of days ago. Like, I see you doing your thing. I need some advice on. I'm a young artist. I just gave her a lot of advice to get myself out there. You know what I mean? And, whenever I can, when they reach out or we talking face to face and, we building, and, I give them my experience on things that I've been through and that I've seen and going through and doing right now with music and what I've been through before. So any chance I get, I give some game up because there's a lot of artists that don't get to be around, rappers who's established already. You know what I'm saying? So, they get to see me be around them, and then when they see me, you know what I mean? They go, how that feel? Then I can tell them what's going on and stuff like that. But any chance I get, I had these conversations with, anybody that I rock with on the come up.
Okay, I appreciate that too. It's definitely good to give back anyway, like especially in your lane, you know what I mean? So that's what's up. Now let's talk about your album. I love it. Like I was telling you, and it's called Corner Music, right?
Yeah,
your latest one.
Yeah, Sunny Heights. Yeah, we just dropped the EP. Yeah, and then I got the Built Those Survival out there too.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, you've been working, like, so just speak on that hunger to just keep going.
Yeah, we heavy working. But the Corner Music project came about. Shout out to my man Sunny Heights, and Free Cello, man. Like he linked that up. Free my man Cello, Queens. But one day he had called me to come do a feature for him, where my man Cello jump on this jump that I'm doing and all that. I'm shooting you the beat. So I'm like, all right, that's ain't no more. So I guess he told Sonny, like, I'm gonna have my man Keen pull up. So Sonny was like, you know him? Like, oh nah, I've been wanting to work with him for years. Like, so I'm like, word. So he like, yo, my man Sonny want to work with you. So that, when you come to the feature, y'all can link up and y'all can take it from there. So just so happened when I go do the feature, my man Cello couldn't make it. He couldn't make it. He had to do something. He was about to he was on the verge of turning himself in. So he was doing a lot of family things and, spending time.
Right, just getting right.
Yeah, so I ended up going to do the verse anyway. And then he wanted to work anyway. So we just started that night. Like, and he just rolled out the red carpet like, yo, listen, this is my studio. I make the beats. All you got to do is just come rap. Like, that's it. Yeah, we put a masterpiece together, man.
Wow. So that was somebody you didn't even know that just, you know what I mean? Like wanted to work with you.
I never met him. Met him. He was following me for a while, a couple of years, he said, some people just, they don't know you, so they don't know how to reach out to you. They be, some people like, man, this nigga they as they watching you, you growing a little bit. So they like, damn, I don't know if I can reach out. I don't know how you gonna act. I don't know what type of person.
Right, because some people do be acting or.
Yeah.
As you get older, like as I get older, I realize that I don't take it nothing personal no more. I used to, but as I'm
Yeah.
growing, I don't take them personal because most of the time they do be busy or they do be forgetting. They do get a lot of DMs or a lot of. It depends on the person, to be honest. But I just feel like that's good that you who you are. You know what I mean, and you giving back and you working with new artists. So that's lit.
Right. Yeah.
Nah, I don't really hear that a lot from people. You know what I'm saying? That's at your level. You know what I mean? So
I get that. I just I try to, as a person, you only one person, so I try to do as much as I can. You can't please everybody, but I try to do as much as I can, and it don't matter what I'm on, because I was on a certain level when I wasn't on it. When people thought I wasn't, I was. But you know what I'm saying? I've been doing stuff. I've been doing a lot. So, people been looked at me as a, a person of caliber. So, and I never really you know what I'm saying? But you can't do everything people just want you to do. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. You gotta do what makes sense for you.
Yeah, if that's the case, if I could just go out there and be the person from who I want, life would be great, right? So, but you still got to keep yourself. You still got to keep your value too, as well. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just walking around with a verse from you. You want people to want that verse. You know what I'm saying? You don't want people to just be like, oh, yeah, I got a King verse, and nigga, bro, I got one too. Me too. You want to. So if I give a verse to an artist and he play it for 5 other artists, and they're like, damn, I'm trying to get a verse from him. And you got to value yourself. Everybody don't have a Jay-Z verse. Everybody don't have a Jadakiss verse. Everybody don't have a Bill verse. You feel what I'm saying? Those are dream come true verses. So you have to have your value as well. Some people want to say you act in Hollywood and all that, but at the end of the day, you're not acting in Hollywood. You got to keep your value. You can't just run yourself dry. Then where your hotness gonna come from? Now, when you get to a certain level and you do get you a big artist and you got millions of dollars, nobody want the verse no more because you done handed it out. Like,
right. Yo. And you know what? That's the first time an artist came on and gave some juice. So yes. I'll say clap for that.
Some of the artists from where I'm from, I want to save until I get until I'm bigger than what I am, because then I could give you a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, instead of, if I do a verse with you right now, it's just gonna be like, okay, cool, you did a song together. You might be at, but if I'm Meek Mill status and I come back and give my man from the hood a verse, I can help you.
Right, get you somewhere.
Right, I can help you. So now, when you put out your tape and you say featuring King STREETZ, it's like, what? If I put out a tape right now and it say featuring Meek Mill, everybody gonna lose their mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, what? First, like, so it's like you got to keep your value. You got to keep your value.
That's a fact. And like I said, you're the first artist who came on and dropped some jewels for the viewers. So hey, thank you for that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and so I definitely want to keep going though, because I had another question about your music. Because do know, like you said, you made 2 albums right this year already. It was Corner Music, and then it was Built Off Survival. So to speak on like the having that be different from each other, how did that differ, and what type of energy did you want on each project?
Well, the Built Off Survival it comes from me. It's my producers. I got a whole lot of producers, shout out to Money Mark, VR, Dizzy, Rico, Kevorkian, Drummer, Willie Propane. It's a bunch of them, man. It's a lot of them, I hope I ain't missing nobody. But those are the guys that and Scenero, my fault, my big bro Scenero, he a legend. But those the guys that when I'm doing my music, for me, like if I'm in the house, and those where my beats come from. So I get to do that. But that and me and Sonny did is Sonny already he produced everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he laid the blueprint out. So basically all I had to do was pick the beat and rap. You feel what I'm saying? So it was just his sound, and his sound is different from all they sound. He got that real hip hop Griselda 90s sound. You feel what I'm saying?
Right. I was listening. I was like, okay.
Yeah, that sound like, so it was a challenge for me because I don't rap like that every day. I don't rap. I don't put those type of songs on. I don't pick those type of beats for my mixtapes. You feel what I'm saying? So it was a challenge, and it brought me back somewhere from like when I first started rapping. You feel what I'm saying? So it was kind of good. You know what I mean, it was kind of good to do something different. But you know what I mean, bring me back somewhere. So, you know, shout out to Sonny and shout out to all the producers that I named. Those, you know what I mean, those are my guys. Yeah.
Okay. So what would you say is like your best album or your best mixtape? Like, which one would you choose out of all of I think it's just gonna be like
I'm gonna say that Family One is my favorite because it meant so much to me. That's my like it did so much for me, and it meant so much for me as I was writing it. Because when I was writing it, you know, like my daughter was being born.
Aww.
Like family to feed. Like, now I got a family to feed. Now I got 2 kids. Now it's up. Like, you know what I mean? So that was in 2007, like 17. And like Family to Feed One, that's my baby. That's what started like everything. And you know, at that time, like it got me super hot. Like I was doing concerts, packing it with 300-400 people, and you could go back and see that. You know, I was when Ace was doing the concerts back then. I was bringing the crowd out. I was rocking. I done rapped on Self Show. I mean, it got me so much. You know what I'm saying? So I would say Family to Feed One is my baby.
Okay, I feel you on that one for real. Yeah, man. Yo, just congrats to just like everything you got going on for real, and like, you know, yeah, because you know, I heard your freestyle. I don't forgot what show you was on, but that was hard. That was a hard freestyle.
Rule number 1, don't let these suckers mislead you. Rule number 2, don't never bite the hand that feed you. These niggas all on the gram screaming free you. And the judge gave you a bail, they could have freed you. My old head was selling dope like it's legal. Personal trainer, he made a living off of diesel. Real niggas, fake niggas, you can't mix that. Out here co-signing snitches, I ain't with that.
I was like, yo.
Set the Tone podcast, and I was on Meet the Spitters. So you probably talk about one of those.
Yeah, Meet the Spitters, I think.
Yeah.
That was hard. I was like, yo, I'm excited to talk to you. Word. Like that was like some New York type of, you know, freestyle, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just something that's not really going on every day. You know, we getting a lot of the same music every day. So I try not all in that.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the music, you know, music era now? Like, what's your take on it? Like for hip hop? You like it? Like the music that's being produced?
I'm very versatile. So I never complain about what music. It's not the music. I feel like it's the industry and the DJs that they don't allow, like when a sound come out, they smother it and they just block out everybody else's sound until the sound get hot. I don't like that. But like all music should have a shot. You feel what I'm saying? Like don't play real music because it's what's going on. Like it messes up the mind of an artist because, you know, you got artists that work hard every day, and it's like, what I gotta make a drill song for me to get recognized. Like, then you shouldn't have to do that as an artist. And
and you like selling your soul to me, you know.
A lot of artists get caught up, and you know, it's not a bad thing. You know, that's just the hunger. Like, damn, I want to get on. Like, what the fuck I gotta do? And some people just gotta do to get on and rock it. But, you know, I stand my ground and, you know, I stick to my sound and my music. And I got people that, you know what I mean, that love me for it. So I'll just keep building from there.
Yo, you're funny. I ain't even gonna lie.
Right. So it's like, you know, but I love the music. I'm going to keep it 100.
I like your music. And, you know, like I said, it's real New York.
I listen to it. Like, I love them. All of the young guys, because my young guys, they on it like that. So I love to listen to it. I won't, I ain't trying to rap it, but I love to listen. And I'm a fan of it. I'm a fan of them. I'm not one of them guys that, oh, fuck that.
Right.
That drill. I ain't with all that. I mean, everybody, I understand. We was kids before.
I think everybody has a, opportunity to shine. But I do believe that, I feel like everybody should stay, in the lane of purpose. But, sometimes it's not that easy. So.
Yeah, but but what people don't understand is music is really bigger than what it was before. Now we got the internet, so you got fans from all over. You got people in Africa that love like rap, original New York hip hop rap, and stuff like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's a lane for everything you want to do. You just got to attack your lane and know what you want to do. So once you figure out what you want to do and how you want to rap, you find out what's going on. If you're a club rapper, attack the club. If you're a rapper that's, like, let's say, like, I always bring up Griselda because, they stuck to their craft and they made who they are right now through their craft. And, they got their own fan base. They could do a tour. They could do their own tour with 20-something states and bring out 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 people in each state. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Still making money to feed their family. Some artists don't go to be as big as Drake and Jay, but it's still money in the industry. It's still deals being given, by great extra craft. So, do that.
Nah, facts. I feel you, and I definitely agree. So I do have one more question for you. No, two more questions. You speaking of Jay-Z, you just mentioned Jay-Z, and I do know that you did sample. I'm pretty sure you sampled Can I Live, right?
Yeah, yes, I did.
Yeah, I know it. I was like, yo, that's Jay-Z. So speak on how that sample came about. Like, you know what I mean? Like, was it hard to clear?
Remember back when I was feeling average? I'm big dog now, a different status. They starstruck, them hoes get dramatic. Make sure I flood it when I get the paddock. They see the gems and the jewels, I'm feeling diplomatic.
Or
I see this. So this is the thing, like, when you at this caliber, like when you're not already blew up, I feel like, and we in a time where sampling is back big. So I don't think people really like going hard with clearing stuff. You know what I mean? So, when I came across, I'm like, yo, I want to do this Can I Live joint. So I hollered at my man Dizzy, my man Dizzy Bango. I'm like, yo, you can sample this for me? He like, oh, not actually. He sent that joint back. I'm like, and shout out the drummer too. He did the piano water and stuff. So I'm like, nah, this is filthy. And when I put the upload it, it ain't,
Okay.
So I guess
if I'm not mistaken, I think Jay-Z did clear like a couple of his songs for artists to use.
Yeah.
I don't think that's one of them, but I definitely think he did.
Yeah. Listen, it get to him, Jay, just clear it. Don't worry about it.
Right. Shoot, just hear the song and be like, all right, we good.
Yeah, we Gucci, man. Let the streets rock.
Word. I was like, yo, he definitely, because I listen to Jay-Z and he's a GOAT, like all his albums, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, I know that's Jay-Z. But yeah. Word. Yeah. So one more question. Versus is very popular. So if you had to do a versus, who would you go up against? Or
I mean, at this point, I wouldn't do a versus because I don't think I'm not at that status yet for people to even care for me to do a versus. But I like watching them. I like to see the bets. I like to see the bets at it. Like, I like what Jewels and Bleak and them is doing because it brings back the competitiveness of
it. Yo, it reminds me of 106 Park. When they have the freestyles and
music, and it get to let people know how much of a legend people is, how much good music this person really made. Because you kind of forget, a lot of people like writing Jewels off or writing Memphis Bleak off, but when you go back to listen, it's like, whoa, them niggas was making speed. Like,
yes.
So if them, that's their recognition of what they did as well. So I like to watch them, but a couple years from now, when I'm at a certain status, what the smoke to get it? I don't care.
Whoever could get it. Okay.
Whoever, I don't care, whoever. But I would want to be on a on a known scale, like
Right.
on a known scale to where it's a good thing for me to do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like right now, my humbleness, I'm not big enough to be doing like a Jewels versus the big legends. Like, you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
that caliber, whoever came up with me and whoever wants to smoke, we can do it.
Okay. So what was your favorite verses? Because for mine, I definitely, I'm well, I was born before the 2000s, you know what I mean? Like 1998. So definitely the Soulja Boy Bow Wow, that was a good one for me. And then Eve and Trina, that was good. Where Dipset, that shit was that was funny.
The best verses was Dipset Locks though.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think it
overall,
was I didn't watch all of them, to be honest. Like they had one with Anthony Hamilton. I like that one the most.
Yeah, they had in the beginning they had the Dream versus what's his name? It was like a songwriting versus.
Wasn't it Neo?
Yeah.
Neo? No.
With Sean Garrett versus the Dream.
Okay.
And then they
had
wasn't
one with Neo, right?
Neo versus what's his name too? He damn near wrote the whole 90s.
Austin,
Austin, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
Austin, Jonte or
yeah.
Dante? Yeah, that was a great one.
That was a good one.
Certain verses is great to me because even with that one, I didn't even I knew who he was as far as I heard the name before, but I didn't know he wrote all of that. I was like, wow.
Yeah, that was you get to learn stuff. That's what I like about the verses too.
It was a learning thing for me.
Yeah, because you don't know what people doing behind closed doors. So, that's the blessing in it too. It's like, okay, you know what I mean?
Definitely a learning thing for me.
Right. Yo, this has been a great convo. Definitely appreciate you stopping through or joining me on the Coach's Plug podcast. Yes, I have fun, and we definitely gotta meet in person. You know what I mean? So I mean, eventually, you know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Word. So, thank y'all so much for looking at the Coach's Plug podcast. Tuning into this episode. You know what's up. This interview. King Street, go follow him, look at his music, listen to it. He's rapping the hardest right now from New York, I believe. The hardcore rap that was back in the day. I believe he's like the hardest right now. And his music speaks for itself. He speaks for himself. And you heard it here on the Coach's Plug podcast. You learned a lot. I hope you like, subscribe, go follow him, link with him, all that good stuff. And it's your girl Bree, and we out.